have to use my phone. My computer is doing weirdness. But anyways, I'll try to actually rotate my screen. It's definitely not working either. But anyways, we'll do it like this. I'm not trying to be on here long. My mood just went downhill and I'm tired. So I wasn't gonna talk about this because honestly, I'm really trying to move away from this type of content. But I've been doing commentary long enough to know that majority of these topics, it's men only that actually speak on these, especially in the Caribbean hemisphere, Jamaican hemisphere. Men are the only one that always do commentary, and men are the one that get the notoriety and all of that. But that's neither here nor there. The whole Donnelly thing is quite disturbing, to say the least, and I'm trying to fix my computer and my phone at the same time while doing this. So yeah, I'll have to use my water bottle. Somebody said they're not seeing me clearly. If anything happened, I would be hopping off live, because obviously it's not meant to be. That was my second time actually trying to go live. But the first report of her was she was missing. And the report said police are reporting that a high-level probe is on the way into the disappearance of social media influencer 24-year-old Donna Donaldson. Donaldson was reported missing last week Wednesday, and the police says the force missing persons protocol was immediately activated following the report. They say senior investigators from St. Andrew Central Division, with the oversight of criminal investigation and branch headquarters, along with members of the Communication, Forensic, and Cybercrime Division and Scenes of Crime investigators, are involved in the probe. Further, the police say consequence on reports that a serving member of the constabulary force was among those wait, I missed my train of thought. I need to put my phone on do not disturb, because I lost my train of thought with that notification. But anyways, further, the police says consequence on reports that a surviving or serving member of the constabulary force was among the last person known to have been with Donaldson. A senior Gades officer from the St. Andrew Central Division has been assigned to the investigation. So that was the first report that came out about her actually being missing. And quite honestly, I'm going to be for real, when I first saw the missing persons report, I just thought, our next girl, pretty girl that's missing, or they go through man problem and disappear upon our family and don't want to talk to her and talk to anybody or be around anybody. She have her own problems going on with whoever she's with, and she just want time alone. Because quite frankly, there have been a lot of these cases where people go missing, and they go missing because they're in conflicts with their partner, and their family have no idea where they are, and they just want to go about them business and chill by themselves, or them left Ghana man yard and then family know what in there and then answer their phone, and then after a while you hear that they come back, you don't hear anything else about it. So quite frankly, I seen this from it first came, and I thought that's exactly what it was. She was just going through her own issues, life issues, and wanted to be away and by herself. It wasn't until her family actually demonstrated and protested that I realized that she was last seen with her boyfriend, and then all of a sudden she's missing. So let's get into the rest of this, because there is a update that came, I think, a few hours ago, and it says, as investigation continues into the disappearance of social media influencer Donna Donaldson, the Jamaica Constabulary Force has indicated that a female district constable believed to be at the center of a reputed love triangle refused to give a statement to investigators. That revelation came from Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey during a press conference today. Bailey said Miss Kathy Ann Smith, the district constable, was approached and she has refused to give a statement, and we will deal with that at the appropriate time. It is an investigation that is ongoing, and there are methods that we can deploy to deal with that issue. He also confirmed that Donnelly's boyfriend, Constable Noel Maitland, is the father of a child of the district constable who is stationed at the Halfway Tree police station. Maitland was questioned by investigators on Friday along with other persons. On Friday, the apartment of Maitland was processed by the forensic scenes of crime investigators, and today the vehicles of Maitland and Smith were identified and processed by scenes of crimes expert. We are not only doing a missing persons investigation, we have expanded our investigation beyond the missing person. We are not taking a tunnel vision approach, we are looking at all the possibilities, Bailey said, adding more than 20 hours of CCTV footage have been collected. The perceived slow pace of the police investigation spurred the family and friends to organize a peaceful protest and demonstration on Sunday outside the New Kingston apartment where the 24-year-old Donaldson was reportedly last seen on Wednesday, July 13th. Bailey shared that he was satisfied that the correct procedures were being followed for the investigation. What I will say at this time is that it's in its early days. We are looking at theories, but we will not disclose those. We have broadened our investigation. We are looking not just at the person going to the apartment, but we are looking far beyond that. That is as far as I can say at this time, he said. So, and then the mom came out and did an interview with, I think, Nationwide Radio, and said that their relationship was tumultuous and had a lot of infidelities in it. And honestly, I'm going to be outright with you guys. This happens when you love someone more than you love yourself. Because anybody that loved you not going to put you in this predicament. So I don't know if Donna did the side woman or the police constable was the side woman or what the case is, but both of them don't love themselves at all. And the fact that the constable have a child with him that's 8 months old, messy, messy, messy as hell. Jamaican women really need to start loving themselves, because if they love themselves, they wouldn't be caught in situations like this, because both of them love this man more than how they love themselves. Because if they love themselves, they wouldn't be in this situation, because one of them would have dipped out on him already, or both of them would have dipped out and left him already. So this right here, we need to take some responsibility as women. I guess they said Donna Lee has been with him for 2 years and the constable have been with him for 4 years. If you've been with somebody for 4 years and you have to go to another woman as a woman and tell them that we're together and we have a child together, and basically threaten them, because that is what the Donna Lee mom said. The constable, let me make sure, let me say her name, because nobody have been saying her name, and she has a name. The constable, the baby mother, actually went to Donna Lee with a friend, another police officer, and threatened her with a gun. Allegedly, is what the mom said happened. And they had a whole confrontation about this guy. So I don't know what to say. I wish we as women have a little bit more self-worth and morals than we do now, because the decay in our morals and our standard have hit an all-time high. Because if I'm with somebody for 2 years and they went out and have a child with somebody else, there's no way I'm still gonna stay with you. There's no way, especially me at 24 with no children, truck no parking on my face. I'm leaving. I am leaving. There's other options out there. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. Crazy. But with all of that being said, everybody plays their part in this situation, and everybody needs to be held accountable. Donna Lee needs to be held accountable because she had no discernment where her partner is concerned and where her life is concerned, because this too messy for me. The fact that she pulled out pistol, allegedly service pistol, on me with one ex-police girl tells me everything that I needed to go. Like, I need to go. I need to leave. Truck no park up in your face. Nothing wrong with you. Whole heap of man dey out there. So this right here shows that we as Jamaican women need to love and respect ourselves more, because there's absolutely no way she should have gotten herself in this situation. Especially, she's not ugly, she's a very pretty girl, she's young, like, you have your whole life ahead of you. So that is the part that really got me mixed up. And we're in a generation where they're talking about the heart wants what the heart wants, and that is very toxic. Very toxic. Because if your heart wants you to be with somebody that's not good for you, you shouldn't be with somebody like that at all. But the female district constable, who was listed as a person of interest in the disappearance of the social media personality 24-year-old Donna Lee Donaldson, has been served notice to appear before the Independent Commission of Investigators to answer questions. This was confirmed by her attorney, West Senior Smith. He said the notice was served on the district I guess they mean to. So when you see where they make mistake, a lot of times it's in these articles. He said the notice was served on, I'm sure they mean to, the district constable on Wednesday afternoon for her to appear before Indicom on August 3rd. August 3rd. Today's July 21st. So they're giving her 7, 8, 9, 10. They're giving her 10 days to show up to them. First of all, that's too long, because she's already been missing for weeks now. We're going on 2 weeks that she's been missing. That's too long. But she needs to appear on August 3rd. 3rd. That's weird. That's weird. Mr. Senior Smith told Radio Jamaica News that he was retained to represent the constable after her status was upgraded to that of a suspect in the case. But he dismissed the claims by the police high command that his client refused to give a statement, insisting she was very much prepared to give one, but she only required that her lawyer was to be there. So they try to question her without her lawyer, is what he's saying. He said it was after she expressed this to the investigators that she was told she is now a suspect in the case. So quite frankly, if you have nothing to hide and somebody wants to question you about a crime, especially somebody that's missing, it should be no problem to give a statement, whether or not you have a lawyer. That right there shows me that you have something to hide. So if you need to do your question and answer with your attorney, and you are supposed to be a police officer, you're supposed to be serving and protecting, you are supposed to be held at a higher standard than civilians, you are a person of authority, that tells me something. That tells me something. No, as far as she is concerned, like anyone else who is a suspect, she's entitled to protections. Wow. Protections that the law offers, said the attorney, who urged the police high command not to bow to public pressure and violate the rights of the district constable. He maintained his client's innocence in relation to the disappearance of Miss Donaldson, declaring that she was not embroiled in any illegal activities that could have harmed anyone. They always say that. Mr. Senior Smith added that based on what his client has revealed to him, both women were acquaintances and enjoyed fairly cordial relations. If pulling out your service pistol allegedly on someone else is cordial, is you being cordial, I don't know what you not being cordial with somebody is. That don't make any sense. Miss Donaldson's boyfriend, who is also a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, is also being investigated in connection with her disappearance. So, quite honestly, ever since they got the first president of Indicom to actually resign from office, I really have not trusted anything that Indicom has had to offer Jamaican people, or anything that they try to investigate. Because the person that they put into the president of Indicom position is cool and bench and body with everybody else. So, and also what they did to Azinga. Azinga had her dreads cut off in police station. And Indicom said that Azinga cut off our dreads them one by one. So ever since then, I haven't trust anything that came out of Indicom at all. So I don't know how good or how much information they're going to get from her. And they're giving her 10 days. 10 days. She's already been missing for 2 weeks. They have all of 3 weeks to get them story together, clean up what they have to clean up, do whatever they need to do. So this is too drawn out. Today's the 21st. The latest they should have given her to come in would have been the 25th, because this is an ongoing investigation. Then we give her a whole 10 days. That's sad. And somebody asked me earlier in the first live that I started that actually was not going properly, if I think she's alive or if I think she's dead. Quite honestly, after doing commentary for so long, 2 weeks, I don't think so. I absolutely do not think so. Sorry, but everybody that I've covered, everybody that I've covered that has gone missing for 2 weeks has ended up dead. Yeah. So, well, I understand that everybody's trying to stay hopeful and all of that, but it's 2 weeks. It's about to be 3 weeks. I don't believe she's alive. And it's truly sad because I've been doing this for so long and I can rattle off so many names of women that have lost their life through situations like this, which is why I'm trying to kind of remove myself from commentary side of YouTube. But it's sad. It's truly sad. And somebody was asking me yesterday on Instagram, what do I think happened? So honestly, I'm going to tell you guys what I think happened, what my thoughts are on how this situation arise. I feel like Donna Donaldson went to the boyfriend's house. She went to the boyfriend's house and the baby mother, somebody from in the apartment building, call her, give her a shout, and say, you know, so the girl over here, him, what your name ya? Just come over. Come run in upon them. And she went over there, and they got into an argument, and they killed her. I feel like the baby mother is the one that killed her, and the boyfriend, because he has a child with her. He's trying to clean it up. He's trying to pretty it up and help. What else I think happened? I feel like they killed her in the apartment and they call the baby mother friend that's also a police officer, and she came over and she helped dispose of her body, because the friend that went to go threaten Donna Donaldson with the baby mother also is a police officer. That's the scenario that I believe happened. That's what I think happened. They may not then catch up in a big argument, bow man and same thing. Knife get draw or gun get draw. Emotions flaring in the apartment. And she got hurt. She definitely got hurt. Or another theory is that Donna Lee and the boy, her man, they argue. Tempers flare, him kill her. him call the baby mother to come help and clean you up. And the baby mother call her friend for help and all of that. But somehow I feel like all three of those police officers are involved. So, yeah. It's quite sad and unfortunate that we keep having to talk about situations like this. But I'm going to close out this video off by saying that every time that someone comes into the spotlight for either being missing or getting killed or something like this, everyone seems so shocked and up in arms. And I feel like everyone is shocked and up in arms because she was known to a lot of people, especially in the entertainment hemisphere. She did upon 876 Roommates. I watch 876 Roommates. So this kind of hit home for a lot of young people. And I understand why everyone is actively trying to get the truth. But I feel like it shouldn't take this for our people to unite on something and press Jamaican officials, whether that be the government or the police, to actually do something to find the girl or give them some sort of solutions. I find that a lot of Jamaican people are very reactive, um, and we need to stop. The reactiveness needs to stop, because if this was not someone that was, first of all, pretty, she has the right skin, she is also in the entertainment field, and a lot of us know her and see her on social media, we need to actually demand that these people in positions of power actually put the same amount of pressure, the same amount of everything that they're giving for Donna to every single woman that goes missing, that report a crime, that anything happens to in Jamaica. They need to get the same energy, or else we're going to keep seeing this happen over and over and over again. And I feel like they're doing a piss poor job of conducting this investigation, because her so-called boyfriend is still working, and I'm sure the baby mother is still working also. So why are these two people that are supposed to be people of authority, that were put in position to serve and protect, and they have been put into the investigations as persons of interest, is still working? They should be off duty pending the end of this investigation. They should not be working at all. But I don't understand how they do stuff like this in Jamaica. A lot of people like to give them excuses, like they don't have the tools, they don't have the investigation power, they don't have this, that. And I'm here to tell you, it's 2022, and they definitely have the power to do proper investigation. They have the tools to do whatever they want to do, but they choose not to. The fact that these two police officers are in this investigation is a conflict of interest for everyone involved, every single person involved. They are police officers. Police officers normally have secret the other police officers. So, okay, you do this, my youth, me will try clean you up for you, but you owe me one. This should not be happening at all. And the fact that Indicom listed the baby mother as person of interest and giving her all of 10 days to show up, piss poor. Piss poor job of doing an investigation. The fact that it took them 2 weeks to go into that man's house with crime scene investigators, they're doing a piss poor job. And if their family members, if Donaldson family members did not protest and actually send her information out on social media, no one would have heard anything about this because they would have covered it up. They're only being proactive now because people are watching. There's pressure on them to do something. Jamaica, they go on bad. That's all I have to say. And it's been going bad for a long time. And if you want to talk about solutions, we've done that. We've definitely done that 1,001 times. So let me run over some of the solutions right here for you guys. Because when we started this platform, it was based on speaking about what was happening and giving solutions. First of all, she has been missing for 2 weeks. And before those 2 weeks and her family protesting, they had her as a missing person. Even when they knew she was last seen with a police. That right there should have never happened. Ever. If you've seen the track record of police officers with women in these situations, these love triangles, this should be an indicator right then and there that stop everything what we do. We need to put more pressure upon this. We need to actually do more. Because every situation where a police officer or a JDF officer is involved with a love triangle at Jamaica, somebody always end up dead. And in a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, a whole heap. Whole heap. And if you guys don't know, Jamaican women are third in the world to be killed by their partners in the whole wide world. And I keep saying this and people think it is just a statistics, it's real life. Third, that little island, the woman of that little island, whether they're inside of the island or them outside, they're third in the world to be killed by their partners. So that should have never happened. There should have been some hastiness on their part. 2, the CCTV footage of that apartment building should have been collected. From the first time they reported her missing and they said she was last seen with that police, that CCTV footage should have been gotten into the hands of investigators. They're just now getting that CCTV footage. And if that police officer have any sense, him done already went there, cut out, and do him for do. So that right there is another messed up part. That should have, the CCTV footage should have been getting into the hands of investigators from the first time she was reported missing and last seen with a police constable. They should have been 2 weeks now, 2 weeks. They should have been in a yesterday. They went to their houses with crime scene investigators yesterday. She's been missing from July 13th. And they have means and ways of making, seeing if there was blood residue on walls and stuff like that. But it's been 2 weeks. So, them should have done more. Way more. Way earlier. So let me talk about solutions. Jamaican women first and foremost need to take responsibility for their actions, because a lot of these things can change. You don't need to deal with no relationship with no man where constantly they cheat on you. That's the first thing. If cheating is a factor, if you get abused or anything like that, and cheating is emotional abuse if you guys don't know that. And people there's different levels of cheating. So whether that be physical, emotional, or spiritual cheating, it's a form of abuse. So once someone is bringing that into your life, you don't need to be in that situation at all. Second, Jamaican women need to love themselves more. If Donna did love herself more than how she loved this boy, she wouldn't be in the situation. Because from police come with gun, but yeah, they with her man, she would have been gone if she loved herself. That's two. Three, Jamaican women are to be blamed. Whether we like it, love it, hate it, or not, we are to be blamed. Because if we never accept things like this, they wouldn't keep happening. And until we do more, and until this hits our doorstep, is when we want everyone to go running around and get justice and all of that. Until we are more proactive, this is going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. Jesus, the defense. There needs to be more CCTV in Jamaica. We've said that a million times. There need to be more CCTVs. People in high places need to be held accountable for their actions. I can't remember the police officer that came out, and Chucky Brown is his name, that came out and told on everybody, up to the police commissioner of Jamaica. He told on, and they made sure they buried him underneath the jail. And we haven't heard anything about all the other officers and the police commissioner that was hiring Chucky Brown to do hits, kill people. I've never seen anybody in a position of power go to jail for something that they do in Jamaica. That needs to change, because the relationship with the public and people in high places, whether that be government or JCF, JDF, that is tarnished. They don't trust them, and I can't say I blame them, because just as this is happening with Donna Lee Donaldson, there's 3 other police officers that killed a man and 1 deported the country gone. So Jamaican women need to also be able to easily easily access self-defense stuff, whether that be pepper spray. I don't even have my keys because I would show you. Pepper spray, taser, whatever it is, as long as it's self-defense, it needs to be easily accessible in Jamaica for a woman, and it's not. Jamaican women also need to have easy access to weapons, and this is where the firearms department in Jamaica sucks. A regular citizen of Jamaica, whether man or woman, cannot get a firearm. You have to have links, you have to do this, you have to have... It's annoying. Jamaican citizens, especially women, need to be able to protect themselves because obviously they're a vulnerable part of our society, and obviously they're being targeted. We need to be held accountable for our actions. Man, woman, picnic. We all need to be held accountable for our actions. Jamaican like to follow everything else that the US does, but they won't follow how they handle criminal investigation. They won't follow how they do the firearms, allowing citizens to protect themselves. They won't follow the corruption the way how they do it, lock up people, whether you are top shot, big shot, or low shot. They won't follow those things. Them like follow everything else except what I'm supposed to follow. That's another thing. But I'm gonna read some of this comment because it's about 45 minutes and I'm going to get off here. I think baby's supposed to go to the gym in a few. So let me see what you guys have been saying in the chat. I'm using my phone, so this is Johan Abraham say we blame the woman sometimes for the harm that comes to them, and young ladies are susceptible to deceit and manipulation. Yes, that's very true. But it's up to us as women to decipher what's deceit and manipulation. A person can only deceive and manipulate you to a certain extent until you start believing the deceit and manipulation. She had all the red flags and all the warning signs. Gun get put to her face and she get threatened, allegedly. So there you go. This was likely a case where the man was two-timing the two ladies. That's true. Angela Funnel said, God knows for real. Only God know. Douglas Samuel said they were there for 2 years. They were there for 2 years. Everyone knew. She was so young and in love. It's a pity she didn't listen to her mother. That police boy is no good and a gal a demon. They should pay. Because no woman in her right mind will confront another woman without believing the other woman is a problem. They need more laws to protect women like the US. They do. They definitely do. True, Americans need to get their business together, but he would have been caught before the week was out. That's facts. That's facts. And while America has its problems, the way that they do investigation and the way that they do corruption, it can't stay. It cannot stay. So with that being said, that was the little update that I had to give to you guys. I'm sorry we went through so much hiccups, but I hope her family gets closure. I hope everything works out for the best, and I hope whoever is involved, if she's unalived, pay. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and we will definitely continue to follow this story as it deepens. Deuces.